You guys miss me? Well, you guys miss me past couple days? Sammy, what's up, dude? We got at least one of the devs from PokPok coming on here. We got, you guys, let me know if the sound is, music might be too loud. Maybe it's not loud enough, actually. Anyways, it's gonna be fun. Just probably go get some drinks. It's gonna be laid back. Don't worry, I'll turn the music down. We'll listen to what Shane from PokPok has to say. It's gonna be like the coolest fucking podcast or live stream with a dev that you guys have ever fucking seen. So, looking forward to it. I'll be right back. Got 78 bots. So the way this will go is Shane will join in about 5 or so minutes. And we'll talk. We'll talk about whatever. It's super loose, super cool, and chill. And then, you know, I can share my screen. We can look at, we can do some DD while he's on. You know, we'll look into the whole thing and we'll tell him to show us some stuff, whatever. We'll shoot the shit. It'll be fun. I want these live streams to be different than typical boring-ass podcasts and bullshit that you're used to watching. It'll be fun. Talk about YZY, dude. We missed it. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Sammy, I don't even want to talk about that because I don't want to see all the fucking money that everybody else is making. Fuck that. I'm not aping that type of shit on base. That's a Solana fucking coin. Let me share the live stream in the Discord. How about that? Maybe I should fucking do that. Do it on my phone. No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it. And after all is said and done, right, we're gonna repost. Be the lonely one. You believe you feel something inside you say, I'm really going strong enough. You believe. Anybody like Cher? Who loves Cher? You gotta love it, right, Sammy? I know you do, buddy. There's no turning back. I need time to move on. I need love to feel strong. Cause every time they can't move, and maybe I'm too good for you. Oh, we got 185 people watching me crash out. I love you all. They're bots. They're all bots except for Sammy and Wander. Who is this? Is this guy from the last one? Jersey Rick? Where's Jersey Rick? Oh, wow. Evans. Gotta love Evans. My man. What is this? I think I like this song. Yeah, I like this song. No one knows this song. No one knows any of these songs except for a rare few. You guys like my mid 2000s screamo music? I can't help it. That's what I grew up with. Running out of air. Shit just gets me in the mood. Want a way out of this paralyzing world. Alright. Shane should be in here any minute. What if he just didn't show up? What if this was all just a fucking elaborate joke on Nick? Could be. You never know. People don't like me as much as they used to, I guess. Whatever. That's what happens. What it's like to be the only one buried in this hole. You can make it to the sunrise. You can make it to the sunrise. Searching for a way to escape the madness, entirely chained as we fight for better days. The hurt and the pain cut deep like a razor blade. Maybe Evans, I'm 36, bro. I'm old, dude. I'm an old guy. When the night is cold, yeah, I'm old, dude. Been through it all. Dude, so is I. Yeah, we're the same age. Yeah, we're totally the same age. It's legit. '89 for life, brother. No, I can't. Go fuck yourself. How about that? All right, Shane. Yeah, baby, you know it. All right, I'm texting Shane. Whenever you want. Oh, he's in. Hang on. Oh, shit. Shane's here. This is the first. Oh, there he is. Okay, I gotta turn the music on. Hang on, Shane. Let me turn this shit down to a decent level. We're not turning it off. All right. Everyone, we got Shane from PokPok Protocol here. PokPok, right? PokPok? I don't know. Let's let him tell us. Welcome to the show, Shane.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Good to see you. First time.
Thanks for having me.
So yeah, dude. Everyone's been hyped. You know, people like what PokPok Protocol is showing us. Had it very. I'm sure. Tell us how your day went. That's what I want to know. We had this launch. It was scary there for a second.
Yeah, it's been pretty mad. Can you hear me? Is my audio okay?
Yeah, your audio is good actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. Sorry.
No worries.
I've
No
never had a
worries.
guest on here. Usually it's just me bullshitting. But
Yeah, no worries, mate. All good. No, thank you for letting me join. I actually was like plaguing you to get me on, so I really appreciate it.
oh, dude,
Yeah,
we're having fun. I was happy
where,
you guys wanted to come on. You're the first project to launch under the new Genesis, so I was honored actually.
yeah, it's been crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna retweet your posts and stuff off
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
main
Go ahead.
accounts, so we can get some more people hopefully watching. Where are we? Here we are.
We got 383 right now, and
Oh
usually
wow,
we can
perfect.
go as long as you want. I mean, I usually after like an hour, I get a couple thousand, maybe on certain days. It just depends. We're
Yeah,
streaming
no worries.
to YouTube, Twitch, X, and Retake right now. So,
No worries.
yeah.
Just firing this message around. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Yeah. Where should I start? Okay, so yesterday was absolutely mental. To be honest with you, I don't know if you believe in the phrase "if it's too good to be true," it usually is.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the launch campaign, like leading up to the pre-sale, everything just ran so smoothly. So like I've been in the space basically for 5+ years. I won't get too much into my past, but I've worked with a range of different projects, and also have founded another project in the space in the past, like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, which was in the GameFi space, and we ended up raising really, really, really well. But that was like more so during like the last big bull run, and
Right.
um, so I'm used to doing pre-sales. I'm used to building hype, and I have to say, like this pre-sale build-up was like probably the smoothest I've ever experienced. It was such a positive, um, so much positive feedback from the virtuals community, and
Yeah.
it was just like a dream. And then I was just like sitting there pinching myself, like something has to go wrong. Something always fucking goes wrong. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, obviously we launched yesterday. There was a big hiccup when everything went live, and
That's today for me. You know that, right?
yeah. Sorry, last night. I'm actually currently in
It's all
yeah in
right.
Taipei.
Oh,
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
you? Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, there was a bit of a hiccup, and then to be honest with you, the whole team though was like super chill about it. Like even with
Yeah.
virtuals, they were obviously scrambling a bit, and we were just like, look, let's just figure out how we get this out there. And um, obviously, it stings a bit because I think if it had gone to plan, the volume would have been absolutely mental based off just
Right.
like seeing like what we were able to achieve and just like the amount of pledges.
Right.
Um, we're
That
not
is
here.
one of the questions we had too, because like
Yeah,
we were talking about it all in the back rooms and stuff like that, and we were like,
yeah,
"What the fuck's going?" So we
mm,
knew something fucked up happened, and
mm,
it was kind of like we started getting trickles of on-chain sleuths started checking it out. Of course, they were like, oh, they fucked up this part of adding the liquidity aspect,
yeah,
and then we were like, well, did the snipers get fucked or did they win? And we kind of pieced it together over time, over about an hour. But yes, it did hit the momentum a little bit because I even saw somebody put out a post. I think it was DGen Ape Trader, who's a big KOL in the virtuals ecosystem, very well
yeah,
known, has his own project. And he's like, well, based on the amount of buy pressure that there was on the botched launch, it would have gone up to 25 million. But the
yeah,
counter argument to that is also like, well, that was all the snipers too. So
yeah.
they would have brought it back down to like probably around where it actually ended up, because I think the snipers lost 100 mil or 100,000.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
I'm pretty deep in like the trenches as well. Maybe not necessarily always the virtuals trenches, but I had a lot of people that wanted to get in. That were like messaging me, about what was happening and whatever else. And obviously, I'm too busy to do
Right.
anything to ever focus on the launch. But I know there was a lot of people that didn't necessarily get their entry. So, the thing is, right, is like, if you look at like most launches on virtuals with the old mechanics, it's just like big green dildos and it just fucking dips and sinks because obviously
Right.
it's just to do with there's
Yeah.
too many like basically retail holders and cheats. And
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why we wanted to launch onto these new mechanics, because with us, like we're looking to obviously sustainably build, but our product actually has a real utility. So we can
Right.
get into the product and talk about that, but like at the end of the day, obviously it would be nice to like have more volume on the launch, but
Right.
still, to like any normal project, what we've achieved is like fucking great. So it's because we have very high standards, but
Right.
at the end of the day, like I'm actually just more focused on, right, let's just keep building from here,
Right.
and we've got a lot to announce and bring out this week. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
For anyone who's tuning in and doesn't even know what the fuck we're talking about, basically, PokPok Protocol launched on Virtuals, which is a launch pad for like AI agents and AI projects on Base, which is a layer 2 of Ethereum. And it was the first time that a project had launched under like a new launching system called Genesis, but this is like the version 2 of Genesis. And like, of course, anytime you do something for the first time, there's maybe some bugs. So there was like a little bit of a bug and it kind of botched the initial launch. Of course, people monitor these, they try to snipe these launches. So a bunch of snipers just got fucked over because basically they were like, okay, we launched a token, but like we're not using that token because we fucked that up. So we're just gonna, we have all the wallets and everything that people had sent in, and we're just gonna we're going to give it a new contract address, basically. So that's what they did. The coin peaked at about after a couple hours, about 14 million. And I think it's sitting at about 9 million right now. So it's not like dipped that much. A lot of these just completely tank after hitting 14 million. This is actually holding really steady. But yes, with that information now made available to those who have no idea what's going on, why don't you just tell us about PokPok Protocol and just give us the story of why the launch and the project and the team and all that. We're all interested in hearing that type of information.
Yeah, can you hear me, or is my connection breaking up?
No, you're good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's a bit of a disconnect, but I'm not sure if it's on my side. It could. So basically, PokPok Protocol was founded actually in late 2023 by me and my co-founder Nick, who is the Singaporean, actually a lead for Base in the majority of APAC. So Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, Vietnam, and there's others as well. So he comes from a rich background, finance, and I come from a rich background, basically of building in Web3 and also marketing in Web3 as well. So basically, what we combined on was a concept that, to be honest with you, I don't really know any project that has attempted to achieve what PokPok has, and that was to ultimately take options trading, which can be, if people don't know anything about options trading, it's derivatives that can be quite daunting to, I guess, like people aren't that familiar with trading strategies.
Right.
And because most people in the Web3 space are very familiar with gambling, basically they're aping into meme coins,
Right.
they're getting involved in perpetual contracts, and options still allows you to trade with leverage.
Right.
But there's capped risk, and there's also not necessarily always capped profit making potential, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's as explosive as the potential upside as the other forms that I mentioned before.
Right.
So we pick up. And also, the last thing I'll say about options is if you go into your traditional options decks, like a DeFi one like Deribit, it's just like numbers on the board. It's so complicated, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're just not going to bother, right? So anyway, so we came up with this idea that we were going to take the life cycle of trading an option and basically represent that by minting chickens and looking after chickens and raising them. And profitable options would be represented by raising profitable chickens. And so our protocol game.pokpok.io has been live on base mainnet since September last year, so nearly 1 year. Since we launched, we have exceeded 27 million in trade notional, or trade volume. Um, we've also have 450 plus active users and 7,000 plus trades as well. So anyway, if you don't mind me just talking,
Yeah, go.
basically when when PokPok launched, we found a product market fit. So we had people come onto the platform. Obviously, as I said, we have 450 users. People enjoyed using the product, but we found that we hit a kind of a seal when it came to scaling the product, and we had to find a more scalable product market fit. And that's where basically after 5-6 months of building the protocol, we decided that we wanted to look into developing a new product which would include AI, and we would basically create our own model that would allow us to ultimately automate the whole process of options, so people wouldn't even have to go on and strategize about how they, what kind of option they wanted to open, or anything to do with any strategy, and they would just ultimately be able to come on, deposit money into a vault, and each vault would have its own strategy based off how we programmed the AI.
Right.
And the AI would ultimately just trade on their behalf, and they would just earn passive income. And obviously, different vaults would have different risk tolerances, and they would also have different APYs. So that's kind of like leads up to where we are at this point.
Right.
Yeah, and that's like a little overview.
So I did a lot of options trading for a long time, actually, and I'm very familiar with like a lot of the strategies. Um, iron condors, all these. You know, I actually started a subreddit for this type of stuff like 6 years ago, and it's got like 300,000 members in it, and so I was pretty balls deep in the options trading. I was selling them mostly. I was not actually buying options. I started selling them, which I felt like, and I was wondering like how versatile is the actual product, like because obviously you could get as complicated, just software and dev work, but like right now, what can people do with it? That's my question.
Do with
The
um,
protocol itself, like, can I go on there and design like these very complex strategies and stuff like that? Like, how is it just simply like buy a call or sell a put? Like,
mm, mm.
what can we do with PokPok in its current
Uh,
state?
you, so you can only buy options
Yeah,
if you're going through the game mode, I guess would be the best way to, or
yeah,
default mode, and not the new product, which is the AI vaults. People would be able to come on and buy options, and basically we ultimately what PokPok is we're like kind of like the user interface, like the marketplace, like the front layer. But
right.
in the back we have our structure that's based in Hong Kong called Bastion, and Bastion are the ones that do all the structuring behind the scenes
I
for our
see.
auctions. Yeah,
I see. So you gamified basically the product.
exactly.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so we're basically gamifying and automating it, and that's basically our slogan, which is PokPok makes options trading easy through gamification and automation.
Right. Interesting. Yes, yes, yes. I saw that. So, what are you guys' plans with the AI stuff? I know you kind of like touched on that a little bit, but like, how will the AI kind of fit into this whole picture? Is there any more detail you can go in on that?
Yeah, sure. So I guess where I could start with that is maybe talking about production and staging and back testing
Yes.
and basically leading up to the point now where we're on mainnet. But the product is only accessible to whitelisted wallets. So maybe I'll talk more about how we're basically going to launch the product.
Right.
And for anyone who's listening right now, this is just like alpha that you're getting ahead of time. Um, but yeah, basically we've been building the model for 6 months, and um, in on production, or sorry, in staging and production. I think will. Um, uh, on staging and production, we were seeing an 80% APR on our main vault, which is ETH option spreads,
Damn.
and yeah, so that was pretty epic. But to be honest with you, that APR was based off a kind of an upward trending market. And since I guess we have pushed everything through to mainnet, we have to just be very cautious about launching a
Right.
product. Not we're actually using real people's money,
Right.
and not our own. So the product is live. It's on mainnet. Our strategy is still profitable, but we are slowly going to introduce access to the product, maybe through to some KOLs. Our partners are will be the first, just to slowly increase TVL in this one vault, and then by the time that we release it to the public, it will already have a base, as a base level of total value locked in, or liquidity in the vault, and it'll be ultimately ready and optimized.
What do you guys
Because the
have?
last
Like,
thing,
do you guys
yep.
have some goals for the TVL and the vault? Like, what are your expectations?
Uh, I mean, ideally, we'd have a couple of 100K before we launch it. But there's obviously time pressures. We've got a token live now, so there's obviously expectations from our community and people that have invested, and not everyone's going to wait forever.
Right.
So timelines are still very much focused towards like in the next couple of weeks, if not in the next 2-3 weeks, to push the first vault live. But once again, the PokPok team has been in the space for a long time, and we recognize that there's a lot of exploits that can happen.
Yeah.
You have to be super careful when you're ultimately playing banker with people's money.
Right.
And we've even experienced it with our protocol as well, where we've seen like minor exploits, and we've had to take the hit on that. And it's not very nice. So we just have to make sure we're
Right.
optimized for security, and we need to make sure that as we introduce this product into the market, that it's completely fail-proof. Yeah.
What's the timeline on that? Do you think? I mean, I know like when it comes to the crypto stuff, I mean, you have to be like more than fucking careful, right? Like you're like,
Yeah.
all right, like this isn't just somebody like compromised like our Web 2 database. It's literally people's like hard-earned money, right? So like
Yeah.
that we're just like really fucking people.
Yeah.
So you have to take more time, like the amount of testing it takes, the penetration
Yeah.
tests, all this stuff is like it has to be overdone to the point of extreme redundancy. What's
Yeah.
your timeline for like verifying that where you guys feel like you'll be comfortable, like we're solid? How long?
So first of all, I will say is my face is on camera right now, so like I have to be very careful.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. And you're willing
Yeah,
to
because
come out there. I love that.
I'm literally putting my reputation on the line. Same as Nick, my co-founder, who, as I said, is like basically
I love
the
Nick.
base lead for
I
most
love
of APAC. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'd say so I can give you a direct timeline. So we'll be opening up the vault to liquidity partners starting Monday,
Wow.
and then so then
These people are
we'll,
liquidity partners, or they're like willing to like risk it. Even though like
yeah,
they're like, we feel comfortable with what you guys have done. We want you to do a little bit more testing, but like we're willing like to risk, just as an extra layer of testing. Like now it's real. Like we'll see. You know.
yes. Some of these guys are like quants and stuff as well. So it's
Right.
like they're basically going to be helping us optimize,
Okay.
and that's so that's kind of the process. And I would
It's like
say,
another layer. It's another stage of testing almost.
yeah, exactly. And I guess so to be clear, the options that are being opened through the vaults are all from the PokPok protocol. So the options that are available for the AI or the agent brain to trade are 3-day options and 7-day options. So it would be at least another 7 days after that until we would. But once again, this is infant. It's so infant. This is what a lot of people don't necessarily completely grasp and understand. Is like 7 days of testing is nothing, but
Right.
7 days of testing at least, maybe depending on if the AI is calling 3 days or 7 days, and then we obviously have to review. I would say like there's pressure on us. So I'd say once all the security measures are up to scratch, like once again, like when I say security measures, just like everything that has to be done.
Right.
We're gonna have to push it live, but maybe 2-3 weeks, we'll be able to push it live. But then I guess there will just be like a warning that this model is still obviously in its infancy,
Right.
but there will be liquidity in there.
So
And
is it like because you have 7-day expiration dates? Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Like, while the expiration date is active and people have their money like put into this contract or whatever, it's technically at risk because the contract is still like you're very confident in it, but like you're like, this is the first time we're like putting real money at risk. So it's like you had to find people that were willing to do that. So you have your people. Once the contract expires, then they're like, okay, we made the money, we lost the money, whatever their bet was on the contract, they pull it out of the contract. And that's like the testing period. That's what's interesting to me is like the testing period is basically the length of the contract expiration date of an option.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Well, like, so like to just like look at this from like maybe like if retail was looking at the vaults, they're not going to look at it in that much detail. They're going to like, so for example, people use like Moonwell or they use Aave, and it's borrowing and lending. They deposit their money and it's locked there. They earn APR. But behind the scenes, Aave is moving people's money around and doing things with it. There's always risk involved, right?
Yes.
So like, for example, with what we're doing is the model is trading options, and there's 8 different agents that communicate to each other, analyzing the market, everything from sentiment, optimizing trading strategies. There's like, we can go through that if you want, but basically the model is trained to pick the most optimal strategy for where the market is and the volatility. There's so many different indicators that are being read. So yes, you're correct. Once the option is opened, obviously the time frame of that contract is dependent on 3 or 7 days, and you won't know what the profits are until that option contract closes. Right. Everything is completely visible.
Right.
But the thing is even right now, I can tell you, we've been live on Main. The vaults have been live on Mainnet for over a week now, and it is profitable. Like it's significantly profitable as well. But
did you guys just against the market then?
Yeah, the AI did puts, it did puts at like when ETH was at like 4,600. So it works, like, and even as I said in back testing and
how much capital did you take puts? Like, what's the? I mean,
so we're obviously testing with only like a smaller amount of our funds. So there's a couple of ETH that we're testing with, but it only trades a maximum of 10%. At one time. So
yes.
And even then, doesn't that
percentage at least that you guys?
Yeah.
Does the AI decide like this is the time to take the put, and it does?
Yeah.
That's pretty legit. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. So what did you guys close the option yet? Is there a manual trigger, if you want to close, or do you have to wait till the expiration date?
Yeah, you have to wait till the expiration date. Yeah.
Damn. So you can't sell the option anytime you want. Wow. So that's an interesting mechanic, because in TradFi, you could sell the contract to somebody else when you're in. So how does that work? Is there any benefits or negatives to that? I mean, because I've closed options before and I've been like, shit, I should have held it longer, right? But
these are just binary options. Like basically, all the contracts are bound by time. It's 3 and 7 day contracts.
Gotcha.
So that's just the way it's structured.
That's just the way it is.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, because once again, we're not the structurer. We are basically
Right. Right. Right.
right.
Yes. You're the front end. So I'm
So
asking you questions that, like, basically the guys that create the options, those are the ones that, they're the ones who set it up that way, and you guys are just providing the interface essentially that gamifies these options that people can
well,
trade.
like these people are like equity partners and stuff. It's not like they're just some like random guys. Like these are people that are like they are part of the team. So it's like
God,
our connection and our network in the space is has been built off track record and reputation. And so, for example, these option contracts, the reason why they're affordable is because they're bound by time. So, like for example, if the option was open, then the pricing would be completely different. But because it's 3, 7, and we actually have 1 day contracts as well now, binary options, which is basically double or nothing. Over a 1 day time frame, you basically predict whether you think the price of the option will surpass a certain point and close past a certain point, and if it does, you double your money. So basically the way I say gamifying it. There's like many different cool, funky little products that could be structured, but I don't want to go too deep into the option stuff because
right?
I bet there's a bunch of people listening right now being like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sorry, I did a lot of options trading.
no worries.
Interesting part of it to me.
Yeah.
But no,
Finance first.
yeah, I was, for sure. But yeah, talk about PokPok. I want to know what PokPok is all about and like what you guys are working on. Just what
Yeah.
what are we gonna see?
So PokPok's mission is to democratize financial literacy, and what that ultimately means is bringing these, basically these financial tools that the bankers and ultra successful wealthy people use and kind of gatekeep. We want to bring these products to the masses, and the way we do that is through breaking down the barriers through, once again, a chicken farming game where people can go on and then they can ultimately find their way through just like a very easy and fun experience.
So I
So
could go to my mom and be like, play this game, and she's playing this game, and like she's actually playing options contracts, but she's
yeah, and we've actually had a conversation with Virtuals about this yesterday, because the next step for PokPok is going to be about mass distribution, and we do have a lot of I guess like upgrades that we have to do with our user interface. It's still not there. Like, to be honest with you, that people will, if they go on to game.poppok.io right now, there'll probably still be quite a bit of friction in the process of opening their first option, and that's because ultimately we haven't changed a lot of our we haven't changed our user interface since basically we launched. We have a small team, but it's relatively big in terms of what your average Web3 project is. We've got a team of 15
right.
people, and we haven't downsized since we launched. Like, we've kept everyone on, and so really what the user should experience when they go into PokPok is an experience of not actually knowing or thinking they're trading an option. They should just be playing the chicken game and making money, right?
That makes sense.
But the way we set it up at the start is like there's still charts and there's still graphs, and because we wanted to educate people about how to actually trade options. But basically, I'm in an incubator right now with EDU Chain, which is basically a funded by Animoca Brands, and they basically, we had like this product review, and one of the things that came through that this incubator experience was people said the DeFi users at this stage right now are only used to a buy and a sell button. They're not necessarily overly financially savvy like in TradFi. People just want a buy and a sell button.
Yes.
And our user experience requires like actual thought and strategy and like
right. So there's like a psychological component to how to craft the learning experience of an options, and you guys might have been like jumping the gun a little bit by putting the graphs and stuff like that up there. when it's like, well, you kind of have to
People
eat.
don't want that.
It is complex. Options are not a simple. Once you understand options, it clicks, and you're like, okay, I get it, and like you're a decently intelligent individual. It's like no problem, right? But like, even to like some smart, like some people I know that are like really good at trading crypto. I'm like, have you ever traded options? And they're like, I've never even like taken a stab at those. And I'm like, I know you're smart enough to like understand how it works, but like they just never have gone there. So I actually like what you guys are doing. What do you think you're gonna do to like? You guys have plans on like the UI updates and like how you're gonna go about that whole thing?
Yeah, so we're in conversations with Virtuals, and obviously Nick, my co-founder, is in Base, right? And so there's a lot of conversations around Base app as well. So we've been basically designing and developing what's called a degen mode, and the degen mode is literally going to be like, as I said, like a buy and a sell, and it's going to be almost like not like Pump Fun, not like Zora, but there'll be more kind of like gamified, how would I say it, like not impulsive, but yeah, ultimately it's going to be more impulsive, a way for people to trade, but it'll be a lot cheaper as well. I think we're going to continue to go down the route of doing the digital options, which is the basically double or nothing kind of. You bet within a certain time frame whether the price will move past a certain point. Blah blah blah. So it's because ultimately what we launched with. It's not that we, as I said, it was a failure. It's been a massive success, but we are looking for mass distribution and scale. That's the next step for us. Otherwise, we're not growing. So we're looking at
basically you got to make it simple enough to where it like appeals to a mass audience. What you had was not product market fit yet, because you're like, this would appeal to maybe like options traders who are like in TradFi and they think this type of stuff is cool, but that's not the biggest market out there,
Yeah, and also these guys that trade options already, they wouldn't use PokPok. Like, why would you want to go and just buy stupid chickens? You know what I mean? And especially when our options would be priced more expensive. And as you said, they could have the option to buy and sell, maybe different contracts where they could buy and sell.
They have more options.
So we definitely came into like, we still we are like, targeting and aiming to. We were initially like we thought our ideal customer profile was like the degen, was just like the everyday DeFi user. But even when I was speaking to Big Will and Goon on their podcast, I said that I actually think that our market is more like yield farmers now, especially with our new AI product that's coming out. People that want to earn passive income, don't want to put too much thought into it. So I think there's just like, and generally those people have more liquidity as well. So it's just going to be interesting to see how that launches. So to answer your question, new user interfaces that could be plugged into the Virtuals ACP ecosystem, base app, and then also just like revamping the protocol itself and introducing the vaults, like the short term kind of, yeah.
So you want to make it like as simple as like showing somebody a question, like, do you think Ethereum will go up in the next week? Yes or no?
Have you seen DJing Coin Flip before? There's a really funny.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I don't think I've.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's like basically a protocol, or like you can go on to. It's called DJing Coin Flip. It's Solana, and basically it's like a coin flip.
Yeah.
If you win, it's like double or nothing, and then it's like lose. They tell you got rugged, and it's quite funny. But obviously, we want to go down the path of just like kind of making it as entertaining and enjoyable as possible. And we're still a very young project, but in crypto, it's just like it's I think crypto's amazing, bro. Like the potential for it is just insane. When you think about crowdfunding and like even just what we did with the CTDA token, like obviously the team doesn't get the supply. They get the supply, which is locked and cliffed. But if the team doesn't have intentions of selling, they want to build the chart because it can grow exposure. Like it's just a great way of just like building that liquidity base, like get traction, eyes on your product, and you can just continue to scale as you go. So I just
Right.
think it's an interesting
Yeah.
space to build in.
Is do you guys have plans like use the token in any of these like gamified things? And if you do, tell us a little bit about that.
We want to be as sustainable as possible. You know, when we were speaking to Virtuals about being the first project to launch under their new mechanics, the biggest appeal to it was just being able to control the supply. It wasn't about having more supply to sell or anything like that. It's just about being able to control the chart and being able
Right.
to build the chart. As for if we'd launched based off the old Genesis mechanics, like as you said, the chart based off how Virtuals kind of fucked up our launch, like most people probably would have just dumped on us, and the chart would look so bad right now.
Yeah.
So it gives us a great place to build from and on.
Right.
And we will when there's like certain unlocks with the emissions,
Right.
or sorry, with the allocations, we will look to incentivize people to come on and use the
Right.
protocol
You guys,
emissions.
you guys have 85% of the supply.
Yeah.
So, that's quite a bit. I'm sure people would like, you could do quite a bit with the options technology if you were to, use some of that token value to sweeten the deal or like muffle the failures of the bet. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that could be done.
Yeah,
Yeah, is it?
that's exactly what it would be used for. It would be used potentially to prop up the APR. So
Right.
if there was like a few losses, it could be propped up. But once again, we are looking to be as sustainable as possible with how we distribute the token. So
Right.
that's why we wanted to do it manually and not have it on like a vested schedule. Um, and there's going to be an ecosystem announcement that's going to go out today, and it's basically going to touch on all the different kind of products that we've launched in the past. So when we first launched, we launched with the Genesis Flock NFT. It was a
Yeah.
collection of 888 NFTs, and it was a free mint. And basically, as we transitioned into launching the product, and we launched an in-game reward currency originally for game.poppok.io. It's called the PEG token. Basically, we made sure that the Genesis Flock had utility, so that like as the ecosystem grew,
Right.
those people just weren't left neglected. And it's the same thing that we've done with PEG. So the PEG token was the in-game reward currency. It was highly inflationary. So it was basically 75% was being used as incentives to use the protocol. And
Right.
so next month that token basically will be it won't be emitted anymore, and then it'll be deflationary, right? So I would like to maybe even go into our value accrual model for the
Yeah.
ecosystem,
Let's hear it.
but basically we have like something similar to what Virtuals or Aerodrome have. We have a locking feature where people can lock their peg as XPEG, and then they can get a percentage of the protocol's profits. So 30% of all profits made from 30% of all trades opened on the protocol goes back to the holders of the PEG token. And we basically are going to make an announcement tonight that basically the team is going to basically lock, and we already have, people don't know this, but we've already locked a significant amount of our supply in there. We're going to lock basically the rest, which will mean that like nearly 50% of the whole supply is now locked.
Damn.
And basically all to do with the value accrual, when the fees are opened, fees will go back. 30% of all fees will go back into these holders, and then anything that comes to us, we're going to use to buy back the token and burn it. So that token will just get more inflationary. And what I just want to make clear is our intentions is to build the ecosystem. So it's exactly the same thing with CTDA. Right now, we have utility, which is based off, once again, sorry for a lot of jargon, but the value accrual for the CTDA token is when the agent makes trades and makes profit. All of the fees, of the 5% fees that are made from the profitable trades, 60% of those, sorry for all the jargon, 60% of that goes into buying back the CTDA token and burning it. But we are going to add more utility. So I just want people to know that like our intentions are not to we're not here to dump on the chart. We're here to build the ecosystem and build
Right.
value, and as we continue to do so, more utility will be added. So with the supply that we hold, like it's not really in our intention to use it or sell it. It's just to build, and then obviously we can do some incentives towards users coming on and using the protocol. But we have other developments coming soon, which will add more utility to the token, and we'll continue to add more and more as we go.
Absolutely. Do you guys have any connections like within the base ecosystem? I mean, you guys did launch on virtuals, which is on base. Everyone's like, everyone's like the whole thing these days is this a cabal play? Do you guys have connections to like Jesse on base or like?
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys integrating into the base app and that's stuff people want to know. Anything on that?
Yeah. We're massively connected, there. As I said, Nick, my co-founder, is basically lead of base in many APAC countries, and his head is basically Jesse. So him and Jesse are yeah. And so because of Nick and his connections in the space, like corporately, I'd say he comes in more of a corporate play in terms of crypto corporate. All the doors just open pretty easily for us.
So you guys have the connections to where, and that's Big Will says if Nick doesn't get us a Coinbase listing, we riot. I agree, Big Will. No,
I'll pass that on to him. Yeah,
pass that on to Nick. So that's pretty bullish for a lot of people too. It's not only what you guys are doing, but the fact that you guys have like the wherewithal, the connections within the industry. I mean, Shane, your history goes back, like you said, like 5 years. You were big, very well connected back even in 2021 in the gaming industry. So I think that's a lot of stuff that people just didn't really know. We saw PokPok, and like even me, Shane, like I've been talking to you guys, and I'm like, it almost looks like some game, because of the marketing and stuff like that. Which is, I didn't think this was a bad thing. I thought it was like I actually liked it, but I'm like, it looks like these guys were like making a game, and they decided to go into like some DeFi option stuff, which I was like, that's actually kind of cool, It's like maybe they could take the gamified, things they learned from the games and apply them, and I almost think that's kind of like what you guys are doing. But yeah, I'm super bullish on the project because that's the type of stuff, like this type of stuff is honestly options in general. I understand them, but the amount of effort that goes into like understanding that type of stuff is like a lot. It took me years to learn, and I lost a lot of money doing it. Just like in crypto, when they're like, "Oh, you're gonna pay your dues, right? You're gonna lose a lot more money before you make any money, and you might never make any money." It's the same with the options. Options is like the most degen thing you can get into in the TradFi markets. So the fact that you guys are like gamifying that and making it more easily understandable, people in Web3 crypto space, I think is like super bullish, and I think like people just kind of like gravitate towards that because not a lot of stuff is like that. Even crypto for a lot of people, especially people that are onboarding onto crypto, it's like a very complex. If you've been in it for a while, like I have, you're like, oh, this is just like no brainer. But like most people do not, they struggle with understanding certain things. So anything that makes the ease of understanding things better, I think is like very, it lends itself to a broad market.
So I can, with no financial advice, but I can give an example of an application of how I've been using options through PokPok. And so I think the hardest part about trading is knowing when to sell or having the discipline to sell. And that's where I always get caught out. Like, for example, I hold some aerodrome, and my friend messaged me and he was like, a week ago or 5, 6, 7 days ago, he's like, mate, you need to take some profits. The market's going to dump. And I was like, yeah, I'm not selling. And then now the market's down like 20%, like aerodrome's down like what, 10, 20% or something. And I could have sold and bought back in and made some money, but I didn't, because once again, I'm like trading spot on that. But the beauty of options is it's like what with our option contracts is it's bound by time. So you don't have a choice of when you sell. It's like that's already decided for you.
Right.
And so the way I now make a passive income through trading or on our default mode, and this is how I do it, right? So when the market pumps, right, and you're not sure whether or not there's going to be another leg up, right, what I generally do is I would open up a put when there's like a point of like maximal kind of like euphoria in this trend.
You can tell.
And then yes, exactly. So you're like, at this point,
you've been here long enough. Yeah. Like everyone's too excited right now. Like
yeah,
it's time to.
So it's funny because like it could still do another leg up, but if you open a put, which is basically you betting on the market going down, right? If the market continues to go up, okay, you lose a premium. So the premium for the option might cost like $80, right? But if the market tanks, you obviously make money on that option going down.
Right.
And obviously you're going to make profit off leverage profit on that. But if it goes up, you lose your premium. But if the market goes up, you can just sell like $80 worth to recoup that little premium you lost. So it's like win-win. It's like if the market goes up, great, because my portfolio continues to increase. Yeah. But if not, I just take a leverage bet on it going down. So you can just kind of like hedge your bet basically and profit from market volatility. So that's how I use it. And I can honestly say, without any financial advice, I've been making a passive income now through trading options on PokPok. So
yeah, there you go. That's the nice thing about options that a lot of people don't realize is like you might be holding, like say you're holding Ethereum, you're holding Bitcoin or something like that, and you're like, okay, like don't necessarily want to sell what I'm holding, right? Because I'm attached to my bags. All of us are like that, but like the nice thing is you're like, okay, like, but I could buy an option that like says like if it goes down over the next week, because like maybe I'm feeling a little funky about it, maybe the chart looks weird. Like if I buy this option and it doesn't cost that much, maybe $100 to buy the option, you can hedge your bet, right? I think that's one thing that you could get across to people is like, I don't have to sell my bag, but I could, if there is a dip, I can counteract it a little bit. And like, if that dip doesn't happen, then that's actually good because I'm still holding my main bag here and the thing actually went up, so that's one of the best parts about options. It's like a great way to like hedge your money a little bit. You're like, okay, Bitcoin went down. I'm holding a lot of Bitcoin, but like I did buy a put option, which means I was betting that it was going to go down. The put option didn't cost me that much money, but it made me a lot of money because it's like leverage.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. And it's not like futures or perps or like you're paying margin calls like just to keep your option open. So like every day you're just like you're having to. So it's like it's risk controlled. You just pay the premium. You come back at the end of that time. You're either in the money or out of the money. It's been interesting for me. Obviously, I have to kind of learn how it works, right? Because I'm living and breathing it every single day. But yeah, I hope it's not that I hope, but I generally, I do hope that we'll be able to continue to develop and create more products that are more accessible to the masses, but also just continue to optimize and improve what we have because
absolutely,
what we have is proven. It has volume, it has users, it has all of the bases, but there is just a much larger market that still there's too many barriers to entry, so it's going to come with time. But we'll get there hopefully.
Is there anything else you wanted to tell the crowd? We got almost 1,000. We got 951 people watching right now. So anything else that you're interested in communicating to the crowd here? Anything else that you wanted to get across that maybe you didn't get to say yet? Now's your time.
No, just thank you for the support. Our whole team is based in and around, well, mostly Singapore. We do have people from all over the world working with us, and all of our team has been together for the last 12 months plus. So we're like a closely knit team. As I said, there's 15 of us. And we've been really appreciative of like the support and the reception that we got through the virtuals community. So just wanted to express a lot of gratitude for that. And we're here to build, and we're here to we're here to make a successful project, and obviously the people who are holding the token, reward them as well, and really try and scale this. So thank you, I guess, Nick, for having us or having me on.
Anytime. And I was happy. I was honored to have you guys on, to be honest. You guys are serious guys. You know, I don't get to talk to guys of this caliber all the time, so I appreciate you letting me have you on live stream. It's great.
No worries.
We do have one question from, look, who is that? YSC. This is a question off muscle memory. I remember there being an NFT that launched back in the day called PokPok. Does that NFT have anything to do with CTVA's team?
Yeah. So
you were talking about that earlier, weren't you, Shane?
Yeah. So we were I think one of the first NFT projects to launch on Base, like when Base was like actually like taking off, and that was basically how we built our Base community. That was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
It was a free mint. Yeah, we're the same team. And that was basically we basically built our community in stages. So we started off with the free mint, and then we obviously went on to launch the protocol, and then now we're obviously launching the vaults, and we have the CTDA token. So yeah, we're the same team, and we've been building our community in stages. So and we do some really, like, to be honest with you, there's some stuff that you'll see very soon. I don't know when I can announce it, but we've also started a venture within PokPok in real world assets. I've kind of leaked it before, but I can't say anything else because it's going to be quite a big alpha. But we've basically
he said the words real world assets, folks.
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah.
Those are some bullish words, Shane.
Yeah. So anyway,
he's like, fuck, I've said too much. Shut this down, Nick. No, that's great. Well, listen, Shane, I appreciate you guys coming on. You're obviously a very intelligent guy. You know, I would love to talk to your co-founder, Nick. I would love to get you guys on stream again. I think everyone in the virtual community is extremely bullish on this project. I can tell the sentiment both in my Discord and on X is very positive. We don't see a lot of option stuff in crypto. We certainly don't see anything like gamified options and like people who are willing to like find different ways of making that experience of trading options like more palatable to the average person who doesn't understand that type of stuff. You know, TradFi, that stuff's very complicated. There's so many strategies. You know, making it so like the average person can just like enter an options contract and understand what they're doing from a different perspective because you're gamifying it. It makes more sense to them. There's a lot of money in that. And obviously that's why you guys are backed by the people that you are backed by. So again, very bullish on the project. Appreciate you coming on, Shane. Any last words before we close it off?
Nope. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll jump off, and we'll chat again soon.
All right, buddy. Nice seeing you in person finally. Take care. Let's talk
Take
again.
care.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Later. Alright. That doesn't mean the stream's over. That was just Nick talking to the guy. What did you guys think? Alright? Any questions, comments? This is where we get to get candid. What did you guys think about it? Coffee Shark says PokPok is the goose that lays the golden eggs. We'll see about that. Who didn't like what Shane had to say? That's my question. There's got to be somebody in the audience that was like, I didn't like any. I mean, I'm not saying I did or didn't. Like, I like Shane. Like, I like Project. But I want to hear. Okay, Big Will. Of course, Big Will's got to say something that everyone's going to fucking be pissed. Let's see. Big Will. The project relies on them getting users. Big marketing push needed. If that happens, they will, as the flywheels. Okay. Anyways, yes, that's true. It does. Coffee Shark liked that. Yeah, it does rely on them getting users. I mean, but they did just launch. Okay, we're turning. All right, chill out. I'm turning the music back on. Ask your fucking questions. I want a bunch of shit. We got 1,000 people watching right now. I want a bunch of fucking stuff to talk about in the comments when I get back. I gotta fucking drain the main vein, all right?
I wish that I could fly into the sky, so very high, just like a dragonfly. I fly above the trees, over the seas, and on the breeze, to anywhere I please. Oh, I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go and see the stars, the Milky Way, or even Mars, where they could just be ours. Let's wait until the sun, let the spirit fly, we are one, just for a little fun. Oh, oh, oh yeah, I want to get away, I want to fly away, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, Big Will. Big Will. What did you just say? No, it was Goon. Goon says PokPok is a scam. Nah, I'm just kidding. I think he's talking about that, fucking Kanye coin. Yeah, dude. Fuck that shit. I ain't aping in there. Bullshit, dude. Fuck that. Haven't we all been there? Alright. My thoughts. I don't know. I know a lot about options. And, can you guys still hear me good, or is the music too loud? If it's too loud, I'll shut it the fuck up. But, options. What did Goon say? Easy as a scam. No. PokPok is a... Yeah. Is it too loud? It's almost too loud for me. No, I like it though. There we go. PokPok is. I think I get the gist of what PokPok is trying to do. Okay. I think PokPok's main goal is to like. We're gonna. I love this song. Anyways, PokPok is like. We're gonna game of like we want to make games, and like the people don't even realize that like the way you win money in the game is you're actually entering into an options contract, right? Like you think you're like betting on one or the other. Hey Nick, what did coffee say? Coffee. Hang on, where are you, brother? There you are. Hey Nick, do you think that if the error with the launch of PokPok hadn't occurred, could the FDB be higher than it is today? I mean, that's debatable. No one knows the answer to that, to be honest. I mean, maybe, but no one knows, dude. Because, like, it could have all been the snipers pushing it up. Then the snipers would catch out. No one can know that for sure. I mean, I thought about that a lot. You know, DGen Ape Trader put that post out that said, like, well, you know, if all that money it might have pushed it up higher at first, but then more, you know, they would have dropped, like, it would have just been like snipers fighting snipers on top of what any organic buying, you know, it wouldn't have, I don't know, like, you know, the snipers, all their plan is to snipe and take their money out there. Snipers aren't holding shit. They're not holding this shit, you know. But that's a good question. It's a good question. Big Will's plan Jeep gone bad. Hey, it's okay if somebody wants Jeep though. More. You know, I mean, like, it's a fair launch. You know, if you're gonna Jeep, you're gonna Jeep. Hang on, I want to change the way it looks. Let me I want to add my background. We're gonna go look at some shit tonight and see what's going on. Tomorrow we got fucking Sage. Right? I want to look into that. I gotta add my background to this. What did Pickle say? Pickle, my best friend in the whole world. Should have launched as a protocol. Genesis solves nothing. Apes just want to be apes. Genesis does nothing. It's nothing but a communist LARP. Well, it's not communist if you got in early, buddy boy. And you stake a bunch of shit and on multiple wallets. Ain't nothing communist about it from that perspective. Okay, hang on. Nutcha does have a point. Zero snipe point. But at the same time, do snipers hold or do they not? Hang on. There we go. How do I switch to the custom? Nick, serious question. I'm one key away. I'm not selling your keys, Evans. I think you got good info, dude. I mean, honestly, like, I'm just playing the keys, like, on Backroom. I bought a bunch of them early and I'm just kind of like letting them go up and I'm selling them as they go up. You know, unfortunately, Backroom's gone down in that period of time, so the EV is negative. I think everyone, you know what? I attached the agent to my Discord, like, it's like both alpha and drama. If you want drama and alpha, you go to you can buy my key at Backroom. You know, how much money do I make from that? Not that much. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out this camera. I'm still not useless. Dude, okay, save as a new layout. How do I fucking pick that layout? Anyways, Nick, Discord looks good. More and more smart people are joining. Yeah, the Discord has been really good lately. It's getting better than it was. I mean, there's not that many people in there at first. Again, wow. Let me know if is the music louder or better if I do that? Or did the audio get worse? Did the audio get worse or did it get better? Let me know. What's that do? Oh, it took me off. Trying to figure some shit out. Oh, it's better? Okay, well that's good to know. What do we got tonight? Thanks, good. I don't like this song. Here's a good song. Did anybody ever listen to Taking Back Fucking Sunday? Evans did, probably. Evans too then. Hey Nick. How do you see the Taike? Hey Nick. Coffee Shark. This is how I imagine how Coffee Shark sounds. Hey Nick. How do you see the Taika AI? Have you seen it? Big Will tears the shit. I don't tear nothing. I'm not putting nothing in the tears, but if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I just give my personal opinion on it, right? But a lot of times Big Will is right. Yeah, this is a question I actually fuck agents. Big Goon. What is your favorite My Chemical Romance song? Yeah, Goon, what is your favorite FCR song? Come on, dude. That's a question I've had for a long time about you. I'm sick of you not answering it. I wish I could end this dumb ass. Silverstein all the way. Tony, yo, dude, are you gonna focus on WebSim ever? Like just make that your life? I think you should. I don't want to save it as a new life. Yeah. Is that it? Did that work? That's all we're trying to do right there. Dude, you know what? It's midnight, 11:60. Where you at, Tony? No, Tony, aren't you the dev of WebSim? You know how much WebSim I owned at one point? Alright, yeah, dude, I love you. I owned a significant amount of your coin at one point, like way too much. All right. Anyways, enough of that. What do you guys want to fucking talk about? Shoot the shit about. Okay, here we go. What are my plans with Hank? Well, if you guys didn't know, Hank is already sentient. It means he gets funds. Every time he's traded, every time a Hank gets traded, he gets like a percentage of the trade. That's not true for a lot of people that launched on Virtuals. In fact, most of the agents that launched on Virtuals, they don't get any trading fees at all. They have to become sentient, which means it's like buying Pump Fun when you bond. You know, whatever the fuck. I haven't played Pump Fun that much. But like, here's the deal. On Virtuals, when you bond, all of a sudden your agent starts getting 0.0 or 0.7% of everything that's traded. Like if I trade 100 Virtuals, the agent wallet, the deployer wallet gets 0.7 Virtuals. So imagine some of these agents are trading like tens of thousands of Virtuals a day. They're fucking like raking in the profits, bro. So, that adds up. So like Hank was one of the first ones to launch. It was before Virtuals instituted a bonding curve to their whole platform. When Virtuals first started, you guys understand there was no bonding curve, there was no nothing. You guys know that? I don't think the average person even knows what the fuck I'm talking. Like, we got 1,130 bots watching this right now. I'm like talking to them like, I'm like, you know, Virtuals, like, they don't even know what Virtuals the fuck was. Okay? Anyway, you guys want to see some old shit? I'll share my screen again. Hang on, let me find it. This will be funny. You guys want to see me back in the day? Hang on. We're gonna show you what Virtuals looked like less than a year ago, dude. It feels like fucking a decade. It's fucking nuts. This is crazy. Alright. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys in a minute. Let's see. Go to my page. I just gotta scroll down. Like I post a lot of shit, I guess. Oh yeah, data remember no shit. We gotta go all the way back to the beginning. All the way back. This is a long, long time ago. Before most of you were born, to be honest. Oh, this is a good one. It's your son, it's your daughter. Man, where are we? I'm finding it, don't worry. Oh yeah, that was November. Okay. The silence gets us nowhere, gets us nowhere. Oh shit, that's before virtual. We don't need to go back before virtual. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was I doing? Oh, here we go. Okay. This is gonna be fun for a lot of you guys, okay? Some of you guys who know me, you're gonna like think this is fucking hilarious. We're gonna look at these. We're gonna look at the early days of Nick conversion. Nah, let's make it big. Man.
Make me feel like I'm not a person, and I feel like I am nothing but you make me so do something.
Figured it out, I think.
Cause
I'm more drunk than I was, and I figured it out. Alright. Look at this shit. This is what the website looks like. Back, like, you can't really find this shit. What the fuck, right? There's always a button I press on my mouse. Before some of you joined after it became 2020. Tony probably knows. He remembers. I'm gonna make this a little better so you guys can see. Right. I guess still got the PokPok logo up there. Maybe we should take that off. This is for all of you guys that took a put option with PokPok. Or actually a call. Alright, so this was stuff I was like looking at. The whole thing at the very beginning. At the very beginning you could like add contributions. I don't even know what the... Oh yeah, the validate was like if enough people owned this agent, they could vote for the contributions, which was like data, right? Like this... We're so far away from this right now, dude. You guys... This sounds so foreign to like the majority of you. This is how it started. You could contribute data to train the agent. And then if enough people that helped the agent voted for the contribution of the data, it would like get added to it. You guys know what the fuck I'm... Have any of you guys seen this? Anyways. Okay. Here was another one. I was like, look, everybody, this one has 174 contributions. You know, this is like stuff I was like, this will make it go up in value. You know what I mean? Like, this is bullish. I didn't know. I even asked Ethermage at this time. Look at the date. This was October 26th. I was like, dude, what should I be looking for? Like, what makes an agent good? He actually responded to me. He's like, I don't even remember what he said. I remember just being like, I don't even know. It wasn't anything that great. Like, the whole way this shit worked on virtuals at the beginning was just like totally fucking different, dude. Like, nothing you see now even remotely resembles. They weren't even a launch pad at this point. They were more like a way that you could like put an AI agent. Dude, I was bullish on Huey for a long time, actually, because I was like, felt like I had a community behind it because of this shit. The meta changed so much, even still radically changed. It's just so different, dude. Like, it feels like such a long time ago, and it hasn't even been a year. But, anyways, yeah, like, virtual start is a way to, like, launch an AI agent. People could, like, identify with it or whatever, be like, that's a good idea of an agent. I'm gonna give it some data, and then, like, all the community members like vote on the data and validate it. Like they'd be like, yeah, well, this is a good data set to give it. And you probably all are like, what the fuck? This is a launch pad. Like, this has nothing to do with any of, like, this was not started as really a launch pad. Like, it happened. It became a launch pad accidentally. Okay, like, this virtuals was not intended to be created as a launch pad. I love it. Anyways, does this seem like if you are technically launching an agent, you like put it up on virtuals, right? So you're like you're like putting it up there. Virtuals provides like the infrastructure, like maybe the Twitter API. They provide maybe some compute power, whatever, for the agent to actually function. And then like it was supposed to be like, oh, the community can help train the agent, and like they can vote on its validation. That was the original idea, and it just turned into a launch pad. It was not intended. It was kind of supposed to be a launch pad, but not like the same way that you guys understand it today. Okay, and you can see that back then. Look at me. Look at this faggot. What a fag, dude. Please, fucking douchebag. Who is this piece of shit, Nick? Look at that. What a fucking loser. Luna had just Luna went fucking. Luna went to 100 at the time of filming this video. Luna had shot, like, I was in weeks before this. Can you imagine if Luna was 180 million right now? Like, you guys don't understand. Like, we did not, like, a game was 14 million. Convo was way higher than it even is now. This is why you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. Just watch this shit. Like, this is almost like when you go to your parents' house and they whip out like an old family video. You're like, oh shit, I haven't seen this one in a while. All right, okay, here we go. No, fuck you. Because my thinking at the time was like, meme coins, like this is the same as meme coins, right? Like you can launch a coin on here. Tony TT was there, so he kind of knows. Dev of WebSim, glad to see you on, dude. I've owned your token. I still own a little bit, but like I owned like 2 or 3% at one point. Yes, it was like meme coins coming alive. Tony knows exactly. Like that's the same way I felt. He was there. He knew. We were like, okay, this is like everything's going ham. Like people are like really into the meme coin meta, even though it might be getting a little old right now. Like meme coins on Pump Fun, everyone's doing like Solana. But we were like, isn't this like, look at the names of these things, right? Like we're like, isn't this just like kind of the same as a meme coin, except they got like extra features? Like you're enhancing, like it could have its own personality and act autonomously and like even post and stuff like that. Like we're like, is that not better than what the current memes are? So like, why wouldn't you just do one of these? You know, like we were just like, this seems to be an improvement on the current thing that everyone's aping. You know, like that was my thought at first. I'm like, this is like, they're taking AI and they're like revamping meme coins. But like the nice thing about AI is that it like allows for a lot of shit to happen. So I was like, doesn't have to just be like a meme, you know, like they could take the same thing they're doing for a meme and like maybe make it do something useful. Not, it was like there wasn't a lot of coins on there, so that it was like you could kind of tell like after a while you're like, this is interesting, but there's like, you know, you see these ones like Pearl and it's like some bitch like fucking with big tits or something like that, and you're just like, okay, there's like 20 of those. No one's gonna fucking like, why would all 20 of those go up at once? You're like, oh, there's only one of this one now, like, or this one's a little different, or like this one's got like yeah, so they're like this one Peppy by Virtuals, you know, there's like some of these just randomly shot up to you like, fuck, why didn't I fucking put my money in Peppy? I should have known. You know, like it was just like it was it, and it would have shot up to like 70K market cap. Okay, like you were just like, fuck, I fucking faded Peppy at 10K. I fucking faded Peppy at 10K. Like it's so different. That's why like all you fuckers out there right now, you're like, it only fucking went to 5 million. I'm like, dude. Like everyone just needs to like chill the fuck out. You know, like I would have been happy if I got something at 8K and it went to 60K. That was like a huge win, right? And like, so that's why like some of you guys are like, why isn't Nick more mad at the Virtuals team? You know, like these launches suck. Like we're only like getting a 5x now. It's like, dude, like try the trenches at Pump Fun. See how good you do. Just try them. You're not Cabal connected. You're not connected to the right people. You're fucked, bro. You're fucked. Virtuals gave you like a guaranteed way to make money. I'm so sick of like the fucking people that are like sitting there complaining about every fucking goddamn fucking thing because they only made a 2x. Like just shut the fuck up. You're so spoiled. Like I'm not gonna go off the handle, but you're so fucking spoiled. I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars And virtuals basically gave us a guaranteed way to like climb up the ladder. And you're just fucking mad that you're not doing it fast enough. There was no way to do that before. You had to like get extremely lucky, like 1 out of 1,000 or 10,000, which is not realistic for the average person, or you just had to like know the right people. That's how it was on Pump Fun, Solana. Maybe an intelligent person before 2021 could have gotten into the right shit, but that was, most of us weren't even here then, right? So you came in and you're like, I want the same deal that everybody had in 2020. Bro, you're in 2022, you're in 2023, you're in 2021 late. Like, you're not getting that same deal, and virtuals came along in 2024 and offered it to you. Okay? Albeit at a more mechanical rate. Like, if I remember investing in Pervisol right here, this stupid one. I invested in all of these. There's only like 100 of these on. It was like, that's why I said it was like shooting fish in a barrel. There was only like 100 of these. Okay? And like, yeah, I was there too, Coffee Shark. Anyways, there's only like 100 of these on here. All right. And I was in all of these basically to a certain degree, you know, and I was like quick trading them. Like, I'd be like, okay, I made a little bit there. Kind of knew, like, I was like, there's no way like any of these will be like much of anything at a certain point. That mentality kind of fucked me with AIXBT a little bit, to be honest, but still did good. So, yeah. My buddy's coin. I saw it too at Coffee Shark. You know, I can show you the transaction where I sold 4 million amps. Like, very cheap. Remember Gluteus? Who remembers Gluteus? That was like a big deal. I don't even. That's another thing. If something like approached 1 million market cap, that was like a big deal. You were like, this is a serious one. You were like, this is like one of the top players. It's 800K. It's like something you got to pay attention. Like, I don't know, dude. It was just different. It was so different, right? Like, ever since Genesis happened, like, things are totally different. Like, it just totally changed the mentality of people. It just totally changed the mentality of people. That, I don't know. because Genesis kind of built a little bit of a win in like, where's CYI? Like CYI was a big deal. Dude, what's going on with CYI? Like, what happened? This was like a big fucking deal, dude. It's so weird. Like, things are so different right now. What happened to CYI? So weird, dude. Wow. There's still people that believe in it. CYI is amongst the first DeFi agents on virtual established by Crypto Yield Info. What happened to CYI? I was never even following them. Look at this. It got 109,000 followers. These people that run these pages, though, they don't necessarily make that much money. This was such like a legitimate contender at the time. It's so odd to see this. Everyone was just like, CYI, dude, like, just like they are now. Like, that's why you guys don't get like the relativity of it all. Whenever somebody like makes like such a bull case for something, you're like, is it realistically? It looks like CYI actually might have done okay. Look at this though. That hit 10 mil. I mean, I was there, right? I owned some of this. I sold it around 8 mil. It was like this. There's no way. Like, is this going to be the next thing? Is this going to be the next, like, big fucking thing that just goes up to, 100 mil? I was like, no, it's not. That's the same thought I had for AIXBT. I was like, this ain't, like, is this going to be, like, the next big fucking thing? No, it's not. But, like, that one happened to be it, right? Like, so I was wrong. I sold it at, like, 4 or 5 million. And I got in cheap as fuck. I saw AIXBT launch. So no matter how smart you are, I don't care who the fuck had AIXBT, they could have easily sold it. Maybe they were just like, no, I knew. A lot of people felt they knew CYI was like the best. The only way you know is if you talk to the devs. And I was not talking to the devs at this point. I was just trading. And then I started to be like, I need to get more information and fucking talk to the developers. And like, I would, there wasn't this wasn't like a huge protocol. These are like little agents, right? It's not like I'm trying to message like the near protocol X page and be like, hey, I only got 1,000 followers. I got a question. It's like, no, like this is just some like little team or guy that launched the agent. Like, yeah, they're willing to field a question from you. So they would, and then like I would kind of get to know like who these people were. And some of them were actually pretty smart people. And I'd give out people information. I'd be like, yeah, this isn't what you guys thought it was. This is totally different. CYI, dude. There's a glitch. I'm holding this till it dies, right? Even though I think Limoncelli might come back and build it back up. I think he's lying to people, to be honest. But yeah, I gotta hold this one because I tweeted about it. And apparently, if I hold it and I tweet about it, like anytime I sell, I'm a piece of shit, right? I'm like, I fucking want to pump it. I was just asking a question, but. Then we got 717. Look at that. It's tanking for now, but it's holding. Like, look at this. Yeah, that's a bullish chart. I should buy them. Right now. How many virtuals do I have? This is a bullish chart. I'm gonna buy some wire right now because wire. Are you guys fucking dumb? Like, to get the licensing that you need, it's at the bottom right now. Like, that's clearly gonna be, yeah. Take your positions now. Take another 500,000 on it.
Think I might have it all. It's a bad every day. For the girl he set my way. But I know the things he gives me he can take away. And I hold you every night. That's a feeling I wanna get used to. But there's no medicine to find. Is the medicine to lose you? Oh, but I'll lose you. Please say I want you, I need you. Oh, God, don't say these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you. Oh, God, don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Outside my mind, I'm feeling sane. It's been a while, but I'm trying my faith. Everything's good and it's great. Why do I see the waste and it's gone? Oh, I'll tell you, I know I've got enough. I've got peace, I've got love. But
I can't.
I just might lose it all. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got.
Anyone a fan of the band Chicago? cat was gonna do good eventually, man. I called this shit so. I called it at its bottom. So many people. I net the R-Cat's team. One of the guys, at least. Yes, I can, and I've been waiting such a long time. Saturday. Another day in the park. I think it's on the 4th of July. April was bad. In the park. I think it's on the 4th of July. It never did worse. There is a point where these points will never get worse. R-Cat at literally one point. R-Cat launched like, you guys understand it? I've been waiting such a long time. Slow motion riders, by the colors of the day. So am I soon enough. Have a good night, brother. Hey, don't you wish you were back then and there like that? Oh, is it gonna go up or is it gonna go down? Who knows? All you guys who are new to this shit. This is back when we started doing the research on the devs. We were like, this guy launched an agent, you know. This virtual is like, oh, you can launch an agent. There's nothing like that. You couldn't launch an agent. And the platform like gave you access to like stuff that you didn't have access to, like maybe the Twitter API or whatever the fuck it is. So we were like, oh my god, this motherfucker! He's a director at Bitcoin.com. He's got a Stanford, you know, so like whatever agent he launched would fucking shoot the fuck up. That's what it was all based on at first. Remember, I staked my Vader coins, and I got like 20,000 Lucy for doing that. I don't know why. Vader could tell you all about that. Ba, ba, ba. Is it too watching now? This is like this is the person that's watching me. Waiting for the break of day. There's 3,000. Right after the pump button. And still go back. Look at Look. Sam was up there at that time. Satoshi, Sequoia. These were the big ones at the time. These were the really big ones. Masato. Vader, 2 million. Down here. This was like right before we all got. I hope this video shows that username. This is not. Shows the I've never lived before, but it takes me good time. Velvet Unicorn is still relevant. Velvet Unicorn never stopped. Monicality was created by Doctor Jack. Automated title. Bring it back some memories here.
You make me feel everything to me. What we could things say, you never felt this way.
Wow, you guys don't like it? There's what I was talking about. There it is, motherfuckers. I knew it. Maybe the fucking volume's too high. Yeah, I'll sing you. Hey, Salman Picasso, you make a song. I'll sing the lyrics. We'll get it. No. Clicked. Fuck.
Nobody
loves
no one.
That was the video. Fuck. Is that it? That was DJ Capital. Oh, you guys gotta love Creed. Dude, I gotta fucking screenshot that shit. Remember Valfa? Who remembers this shit? I gotta find that, dude. I'm gonna prove to you guys. Yes, virtual alpha group. Holy shit. It's like you're watching family videos, you know? Doesn't it feel that way? Wrong video. Fuck. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking. Alright. There. No. That's. Dude. Oh, yeah. Here. I gotta find. It's there, you know? Hey, coin there. There it is. I'm screenshotting this. I'm not full of shit. This is very early. Very early that this point existed. It was there. I was there like the second day. The second day that fucking Virtuals launched. Dude, god damn it. Fuck. Let me fucking. How do you edit this shit? What does any of these buttons mean? Why would I know what any of these things fucking mean? So stupid. Sure, I'll edit it with the designer. I just want to fucking write on the thing.
Oh, now I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking.
Nah, that looks like shit. Lil Simma, remember that one? That was supposed to be a big one. Copy it.
Please call now, the day before my fingers see.
It was there the first day. I mean, that's true. People were like, this isn't fucking... I don't know. Maybe this is a good song. Maybe this is a good song for this fucking particular occasion. This describes the whole situation. Yeah, because my fucking voice is in the mic. You know what? I'm not fixing it. I'm not fixing